the very last part of our lesson. First, I need you to have a look at the examples for around like 2 minutes or something. No corona, no worries. Okay, we're going to have some extra time between the two lesson parts, so probably you have all completed your activities. Let's go. Starting with the first one. That was a bad decision. If I would change it as soon as possible. The correct answer would be verb, a hypothetical situation. I'm not you, I cannot be you. Type 2. The second one. Sunshine at last. Imagine if the English weather was like this all the time. Wouldn't it be great? Again, a hypothetical situation. We all know the English weather and how it is like. So, the third one. He is usually pleasant, but when he's tired, he is pretty short-tempered. That is the way he is. Do you remember that in the beginning of the lesson I reminded you that when and if can be used for each other, so you can replace if with when. So that's a typical example of it. It's a fact. It's not a scientific fact, but we know him and he's our friend and we know what he's going to do when he do something. So that's why. And the fourth one. If you're so stubborn, you would find it a lot easier to keep your friends. Okay, I gave you a tip before, and I'm going to do it again now. We've got would and the original verb over here. When and in which conditional do we use would with the original verb? Yes, the second one. So with the second conditional, what do we use with the if clause? Past tense, correct. If you weren't so stubborn, you would find it a lot easier to keep your friends. This is again a hypothetical situation. The fifth one. Sorry I didn't call you and tell you I wasn't coming. I would have called you. I would have called. Type 3. And in type 3, what do I do with the if clause? If I had, right? No. If I had your number with me, because in type 3 we need to use past participle or past perfect as we call it. So if the verb is have or be, you always need to be more careful while doing the exercises. The sixth one. He says that if he so busy, he would go with you. He would go with you. So it's basically a type 2. If he, negative, wasn't so busy. Again, this is a hypothetical imaginary situation because he's quite busy. Okay? We miss the bus unless you hurry. We will miss the bus unless you hurry. For the ones who has never heard unless before, unless means if not. Okay? If not. So, yeah, if you don't hurry, we will miss the bus. This is a type 1. It's a prediction on the given facts, because the buses are usually scheduled. The last one, if only I, blah blah, more free time, all the things I would do, all I ever do is work. That's you before the corona at school. You were always complaining. So if only I had more free time. By the way, if only means I wish. We have studied the wish clauses before, so they're basically the same thing. So they can be used for each other. So here you can see all the answers, and it's the end of our very first lesson. I'm really looking forward to the day that we get together in our school, in our classes. I hope this will not be long enough. Before finishing, I would like to show you, just ignore the advertisements, yay. So there's this website called Quizlet. I prepared a kind of an online classroom for you, so you can find it here with this name, iChat Speak Out. I only created the one for the 9th grades, but I'm going to create the same one for the 9th grades. They're basically going to be the same, but in terms of interaction, probably having 2 separate classes would be better. So what do we have here? It's kind of a Kahoots. It's quite similar to Kahoots. So if you go to Quizlet and try to find some materials for the last things that you have learned, you can find them. So here there are some cards. Okay, readily prepared cards about any subjects you learned, so you can do your search accordingly. Let's have a look at the first one. If I were a bird, okay, I'm done with these advertisements. So if I were a bird, I would be able to fly. This is what we always do. So I'm not a bird, I cannot fly. So I found this quite useful for you to have a look. You can do it either ways. So if I had money, I would help you. Either you give the explanation, I don't have money to help you, or, okay, nice shoes. So he's busy, so he cannot come. It's either you find the if clause version. If he weren't busy, he would come. In our WhatsApp groups, I'm going to share this, the classroom and the details with a code with you as soon as possible, because you know this whole e-teaching, e-learning stuff is a kind of new to all of us. So I really missed you guys and hope to see you again quite soon. Bye for now. Take care. Ciao.